You know, I never really understood what was meant when they said, those who can do, those who can't teach. That is, of course, until I no longer couldn't. Well, that is partially my story of how I decided to become a teacher and a coach. Hello, my name is Tim Richt, and way back when, I fancied myself a pretty good baseball player. But like most athletes, the competition became fierce and injuries set in. My little league story is like most boys with big league aspirations. From the time I was old enough to walk and hold things in my hand, my older brothers had me throwing, catching, and hitting a baseball. I was hooked. There wasn't a day that went by where I wasn't playing baseball. With the guidance from my family and coaches, I became an all-state player at Bellevue East High School. I thought, and still think, that one of the greatest things in the world is hitting a baseball flying at you. My high school successes allowed me to pursue an opportunity to play college baseball, which I did at Wayne State College. The Wayne State coaches pushed me like I have never been coached before, and as a result, I became the school's first position player to be named First Team All-American. In addition to that great honor, I was also named Conference Player of the Year and First Team All-Central Region. Not too bad for a kid from Bellevue, Nebraska, who came from very humble beginnings, as I'm sure most of us can relate to. All those accomplishments allowed me to pursue my ultimate dream of playing professional baseball. The first stop that I had was with the Windy City Thunderbolts in Crestwood, Illinois, which is just outside of Chicago. From there, I played with the Mid-Missouri Mavericks, which our home field was shared with the Missouri Tigers in Columbia, Missouri. My manager was a very good major league catcher by the name of Jack Clark. The last stop on my journey took me to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and with the Sioux Falls Canaries, where my hitting coach was the legendary Chicago Cub, Billy Williams. The proverbial cup of tea, as they say, as I jumped around from team to team. After some other stops along the way, ultimately I had to make the tough decision to hang up the cleats and focus on other endeavors. It's hard to say goodbye to something that you have done your entire life. My original degree from Wayne State College was in business administration and human resource management. And so I spent the first couple years of my professional career after baseball in the business world, starting with a photography company in which we did ads for numerous places like Pomida or Broadkeys. Maybe this is a running theme for me, but I decided it was time to move on and try something new. That landed me in the HR departments of both Aflac and PayPal, in which I did some hiring of customer service people. After spending a couple of years in the business world, I just knew that there was something missing, something I had to do different. And I had worked with great people and gained valuable experiences, but something just didn't seem right. See, the thing that was wrong for me was not being around the game that I had loved so much since I was 4 years old. And so I thought to myself, how can I be around baseball again? What can I do to put that back into my life? My oldest brother, Bill, who is a former teacher and coach himself, convinced me that maybe I should give those things a try. So I started helping him out whenever I could and just fell in love with what it is that I was doing. His idea led me to go back to school and get my teaching certificate and coaching credentials. Becoming a business teacher and coach is one of the best decisions I have ever made in my life. It is rewarding to get to be around students and players that make me feel like I am the backyard again playing with my brothers. And there is no amount of awards that can top being able to do what you love to do each and every single day. I was recently informed that my 2004 Wayne State baseball team has been elected into the Athletic Hall of Fame, and I can't wait to see some of my former teammates and catch up on old times. No doubt we will share some stories, have a few laughs, and talk about the good old days. You know, back when we could. I feel like I've done so much, but my journey has gotten me to where I am supposed to be, teaching and coaching, while honoring those who made it possible. And I, for one, can't wait for the next step.